Hello, welcome back once again. In today's video, I'll be dealing with the importance of inferencing. So let me take you to the roadmap of my presentation. So first, I'll be dealing with the concept. Second, the process. Third, I will share with you certain examples. And fourth, I will talk about the importance of inferencing. So let us start with the concept first, wherein I will talk about the scientific and literary definition of inferencing. So here you can see in this picture that while reading a book, the reader not only looks for evidence from the text and images that is mentioned in the book, but also refers to his background information, that is what he already knows about the particular topic. And this results in the logical reasoning or the logical understanding of what the writer is trying to convey. So herein we can say that the scientific definition of inferencing refers to an educated guess made through observation, and the literary definition refers to using clues to figure things out. So let us now move ahead with the process of inferencing. As you can see in this picture, that the reader, while reading a text, uses his background knowledge in order to understand what the writer is trying to convey through the words that he or she is using. And obviously, he looks for the textual clues in the text. So that is this process of inferencing actually refers to the logical reasoning of the reader. So here, let us take another example. As we're reading a book, we not only try to understand the message that is conveyed by the writer with the use of words or trying to unravel the meaning of the words, but we also try to find out what is not being said by using our background information and of course the textual clues by the writer. So therefore, this actually results in the reader acting like a detective, wherein he looks for evidences from the text or searches for evidences from the text. So having understood this, let us now move on to certain examples. So here I have an example for you. Suppose the writer has written something like this, that Raphael's mom told him to tie his shoelace. And then he says that he fell on his chin and cracked his front tooth. So I can draw the inference over here that Raphael did not listen to his mom, he did not tie his lace, and therefore he fell down. So the conclusion that I have arrived at is based on information and of course also from reasoning. So therefore I would say that the reader actually becomes a detective when he is involved in the process of inferencing. So let us understand a few more examples. So here I have an everyday example. So here, John is a boy who suddenly hears the alarm ringing from his neighbor's house, and he also could smell the bread being burnt. So John, starts inferencing that his neighbor's breakfast has got burnt. Now, in everyday life, we always use the process of inferencing without even realizing that we are using inferencing or we are involved in the process of logical reasoning. But we do that, when we hear some noise, coming from a neighbor's house, we arrive at the conclusion that maybe there is a argument that is going on between the husband and the wife, or there could be, or maybe the mother is scolding his or her child. So this is how we draw inferences without realizing it. Now let us refer to a reading comprehension. That is, this is what the writer has written. The birds were chirping, flowers were blooming, and the rain was a daily occurrence. The green fields go on forever. This is home. Now, here I would say that from my background information and the description and the words that are used by the writer, I can say that the writer is referring to the spring season. At the same time, when the writer, describes the green fields, I can say that he is referring to the rural area because do not come across, very large green fields. So therefore, I can say that he is referring to the rural area and or the urban area. In urban area, we come across such large spaces, and so therefore, these are the two conclusions I can arrive at. So as you can see, these conclusions are based on reasoning and it is not based on imagination. So having said this, let us now move on to the importance of inferencing. So I would say that inferencing actually helps us to create conclusions about what the writer is trying to convey. So therefore, it is a very important skill that one should acquire. Secondly, it also leads to higher order thinking. So higher order thinking, I'm talking about the Bloom's taxonomy, where Bloom refers to creating, evaluating, and analyzing as higher order skills. So when we are inferencing, we are analyzing our process also, and we are evaluating the conclusion that we have arrived at, and we are also coming with creative ideas when we are involved in the process of inferencing. But these creative ideas are based on the logical reasoning or the textual clues provided by the writer and the information that we already have about the particular concept. So having said this, I would say that inferencing actually leads to enhancing the comprehension or the understanding of the reader. And this is very important when we are involved in the process of reading. So having said this, I would like to thank all of you for your patient listening.